Final Fantasy XVI's PS5 State of Play was a huge hit for Square Enix. Takai's main goal for the game was an action-based combat that was easy to use, and a mature dark fantasy narrative that would tackle difficult themes. Yoshida wanted the game to cater to neither children or adults, but rather something that will reach players of all generations. He also wanted to separate the game from commonly associated stereotypes such as anime-inspired art style and a story focusing on teenagers. It was initially developed as a PlayStation 5 exclusive, with a PlayStation 4 version being considered but abandoned so as not to limit the team's ambitions. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the staff needed to move to remote working, and production ended up half a year behind schedule due to communication issues with both Square Enix's head office and outsourcing companies. By late 2020, basic work on development and game scenarios was complete and work was continuing on large-scale resources like boss battles and development tools. By April 2022, development was in its final stages, with the team finalizing side quests. It was fully playable from start to finish by June of that year, with development focusing both on polishing the game and voice recording for different languages. That was true of the recent Final Fantasy XVI livestream, which sent sales of the action RPG rocketing up the charts and was slapped with at least a very good rating by over 80% of you in our post-show poll. And now it's probably worth pointing out that the 4K upload of the 25-minute presentation has attracted over 1 million views. Final Fantasy XVI is set on Valisthea, a world split between the two continents Ash and Storm, scattered with magical mother crystals, which provide ether energy to the population, though overuse causes magic users to petrify. In the backstory, a technologically advanced sky-based civilization once dominated the world. 1,500 years before, a great war caused the sky civilization to collapse, with remnants of it scattering across Valisthea. In the present, the sky civilization is treated as a legend. The mother crystals become focuses for later civilization, with 6 nations controlling Valisthea by the game's events. A powerful force in Valisthea are the icons, magical creatures based on summoned monsters from the Final Fantasy series. The known icons, Phoenix, Shiva, Titan, Garuda, Leviathan, Bahamut, Odin and Rama, each represent one element and typically never fight each other. A seemingly impossible second icon of fire, Ifrit, drives the main plot by disrupting this balance. The core nations of Valisthea are the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, the Holy Empire of Sambrek, and the Dalmatian Republic on the Storm continent, the Kingdom of Waylode which dominates the Ash continent, and the neutral crystalline dominion sitting between Ash and Storm. An outlier is the Iron Kingdom, an isolated nation off the coast of Storm overseen by the Crystalline Orthodox, which speaks its own language. By the game's events, Valisthea is suffering from a depletion of ether dubbed the Blight, driving the nations into conflict with each other. A key part of the nation's politics and military are dominants, humans who can use magic without crystals and manifest icons, though they are more at risk from petrification. Depending on where they are born, dominants are hailed as political leaders, tolerated due to their power, or suffer abuse and are either killed or used as weapons of war. The game's protagonist is Clive Rosefield, firstborn son of Rosaria's ruling family who is passed over as successor when his younger brother Joshua becomes the dominant of Phoenix. While not a dominant, Clive can acquire and wield the power of multiple icons in combat. A childhood friend and future companion is Jill Warwick, the eventual dominant of Shiva, who spends much of her life as a political hostage. During his travels, Clive is joined by his dog Torgal, and Sidolphus Telamon, the dominant of Rama who seeks to establish a nation to shelter victimized magic users, and an incarnation of a recurring Final Fantasy character. Other prominent characters include Barnabas Tharmer, King of Waylode and dominant of Odin, Benedicta Harmon, a Waylode spy and dominant of Garuda, Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan and key political figure in the Dalmatian Republic, and Dion Lesage, crown prince of Sambruk and the dominant of Bahamut.